certainly can.
I'm still very excited for it.
Yeah, I mean, you certainly should be, and I'm excited to see it as well. And what these teams are able to do, they're getting into figuring out what their comps are going to be. And what do you see, Barry?
I believe that I see... I'm waiting on one person to pick. I'm waiting on two people to pick. I see a Doolies at the moment, a K-Shot coming out from Voodoo. Might be a Dark Tetras.
Okay.
Dark Tetras, a Heavy, a K-Shot, and I want to say a K-Machine. Certainly a comp that could rival Long Island Gang. They do have some similarities in the way that they're built. Kind of utilizing that double short-range shooter, or at least kind of the double frontliner.
I think all these players as well, very familiar with the play styles of everyone from Long Island Gang. So do you think they're going to adopt that technique you were talking about of focusing on Gamer, making sure that they're taking out him and his range before kind of going against anyone else?
I'm not sure that they'll be able to get to him. Long Island Gang will certainly be very coordinated in protecting that backline, understanding that that is sort of where the focal point will be.
Yeah.
But if they can get to him, I think that that's kind of the key to the game.
I agree.
And I think we ended up seeing, I believe, one person switch over to K-Shot and one ended up going NZAP, so it'll be a triple front line. Maybe trying to utilize that aggression to get the Gamer, I'm not sure yet. But we will be seeing right now as we enter Mako Rainmaker.
Here we go. No surprise there. All right, okay.
Quite a bit of run speed coming out on both sides, actually. Gamer and Bohemian obviously utilizing that as the heavy, but run speed on the NZAP too. It's not a bad pick by any means.
No, I agree. I think these are both really strong comps. Right now, two going down on the side of Voodoo is going to be tough. But Bohemian had that Stingray at the ready. A great stop to that push.
And I like that usage too. I think kind of saw that moment of deciding whether or not to jump back, but immediately utilizes it and doesn't allow Long Island Gang to make a good push.
I think that was also really strong there too, to kind of get that trade, because that could have been a tough shot.
And now they end up, Voodoo ends up in control. But
not for quite long enough there.
No, not quite.
I think that's the deadly trap within Rainmaker. That Toxic Mist is going to slow you down very quickly and make it very difficult for you to get anywhere holding that Rainmaker. But Hitzel was in a tough situation there, not quite able to make it out alive, and does allow for Voodoo to move up a little bit and get a little bit of map control until they're down, two down.
We're going to have to see Luna drop in here, and not quite. I think she was probably targeting Rainmaker, didn't see Ombre pushing ahead. Long Island Gang has been doing a good job of sharking. We saw Hitzel do that just a moment ago, not quite able to capitalize on it fully, but it was a very clever maneuver. And that Stingray.
I was going to touch on that too. I think that the just timing of the Stingray is really good. Obviously, we know Gamer knows how to play that backline well and is going to make sure that he times the specials to exactly what he's looking for.
For sure, and it's just the coordination, the taking those 2v1s instead of a 1v1, that's really giving Long Island Gang the edge.
Even going down to that Rainmaker shield is really, really tough, but Little Gon's getting quite a few picks here and cleans up. Beautiful, beautiful triple. Nice.
That's an important stop right there from Slugs, but...
The pop is also going back to Voodoo, so that's going to be helpful, but there's so many members of Long Island Gang here that Voodoo not only needs to stay alive, but they need to clear them out in order to stop this push from going any further.
And they are able to continue to jump back in. I believe Little Gons for sure is running Ninja Jump as well as Ninja Squid. But I think Hitzel might be as well. They do group up well there to take out Little Gons. Another nice group up there to get Hitzel, and now they really just need to make sure that they get Gamer and get that full wipe.
I think
and
so.
they do.
Nice. The jump coming back in, but I think that they're eyeing it. Yeah, Umbre not able to live very long there. And this is the opportunity they're looking for to push forward. But before they make any strong pushes, they need to gain some map control, which is going to be very difficult due to the positioning that Long Island Gang has had this entire match.
And Hombre, like, reminiscent of that, the Luna build in Splatoon 1. Lots of QR and the ninja jump. He had just gone down and he's already back cleaning up.
Very, very tough. Gets a nice pop right now. We have Gamer picking up the Rainmaker. All right, this is going to be good. Gamer just going to kind of take this left-hand side that you were talking about before we saw this map, how this is the stronger push.
It's just you have fewer areas where you can get dropped on.
I loved that.
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt.
No, that's okay.
That,
Quite
like,
all right.
that fall down from Snugs was exactly what you want to see.
And Hitzel following up with a drop of his own. Not quite able to get the double. And then just two dualies just rolling away from each other.
Dually v Dually is always a lot of fun to watch. And this is a good time right now because Voodoo is allowing the Rainmaker to reset, which is going to be helpful for them because it can give them a little more time to get the map control they were sorely missing.
And I think we are seeing good callouts there. Little Gons has obviously been utilizing that Ninja Swim very well so far, getting plenty of kills with it. But Voodoo not allowing him to get too many more multi-kill streaks, guaranteeing that they get the trade out. And that's probably coming down to good comms.
I really, really wanted to see Bohemian go for that right-hand push there. I think that would have been the way to do it.
I believe that was the situation. If they had taken up right stack and maybe just dropped and gone for a quick push, utilizing the end parry's curling bomb.
I agree. That would have been a good way to do it because right now, you know, they were wiped. So now Long Island Gang is back in charge of this Rainmaker. Hitzel not quite able to stay, you know, or not able to be taken out there. And a team wipe on Voodoo again. This is looking pretty rough because not a lot of time left. All Umbre needs to do is touch this Rainmaker and... Oh, no! Beautiful shot!
Excellent play there from Roto Motors. You almost question why Umbre was popping it for that exact reason, but
yeah.
I believe it was Little Gons or Hitzel. One of them came in and quickly cleaned it up.
That could have been great.
It could have been. It could have led to something, quite the comeback.
Even still, we went to time, and I think that says a lot for what Voodoo is going to be able to do for those next games.
I agree. Little Gons getting
my gosh.
29 KA.
29!
My goodness. I mean, we saw plenty on stream, but...
I think that would have been the moment we see Little Gons smile. And, you know, I mean, 29. How often do you get a 29 KA match?
I'm trying to read his eyes right now. It could be, you guys see what I just did? Or it could be just business as usual.
Yeah, I mean, top players, you know, they are ready to kind of brush that off and keep moving. But me, I'd celebrate a little.
I think most top players, even, you know, no matter how often they may get 20 KA, it's still a moment.
Yeah. So when they watch this VOD back, you know, Lil Gons, we're really proud of you.
Yes, we are.
And seeing that 29 was just like, oh my gosh.
I bet you if he didn't smile, it was because he didn't get to 30.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Nice crisp number.
Yeah, maybe that 30 would have been good. But Hitzel's smiling enough for everyone, so that's what we want to see. And Calamblitz on Skipper Pavilion. So as you mentioned, you know, this is a map that you really are ready to kind of take this direct central route right across the map to the enemy's basket. And I think that can be stopped pretty quickly. So my preference sometimes is to take the longer route and come around from the side. But it's also called out. It can be a really tough one. So I'm not sure what we're going to see.
From Long Island Gang's perspective, I would expect to see Gamer posting up around that mid spot, not allowing anyone to funnel in. And it would surprise me if Hitzel and or Little Gons didn't make that long wraparound to try and push in from bottom.
Yeah. I want to see Gamer back on this ball point, so I'm hoping that's what we see, because I think having the beacons would be good too. Yeah, okay.
And Umbre pulling out the tent umbrella.
Ooh, we have Glugas coming out.
Yes, we do.
Yay!
Some interesting comps, of course. Little Gons opting to go back to that brush. I think that's a strong play. It just works so well with that elusiveness.
I think brush, you know, after Calamblitz came out, everybody was like, brush is the way to go. And then it sort of fell out of favor for a little while. And now it's back in such a big way. And it just makes me so happy to see Little Gons just zooming in there, doing what a brush does.
And that's really nice play, too, where he tossed the football ahead. Usually you do that purely just to not be seen, but I think he did that to try and get a few clams a little bit closer, and it's worked out so far.
I think so, because this is exactly what Gamer is doing here, just coming up and getting a lot of those clams. And, kind of a cheeky play for Beacon because maybe Snugs will see it, but that's what you want when you're using that type of weapon, to just have an opportunity for Ombre to jump right in and use that Tentarella to kind of pave the way for whatever might come next.
Now, he hasn't run with the umbrella, which usually, I think anytime you see a tent without their umbrella, you have to rush them down and guarantee that kill, because otherwise, if you give them just a few seconds, they'll have it right back, and they're just as lethal again.
I couldn't agree more. I think something you need to focus on is where that Tentarella is positioning. Gamer just not having the range that I think he was hoping for there, but still gets a good pick and able to
a few hits that fall off, but if he were a heavy or a Hydra even, that would have been a triple.
That certainly would have. Still, really nice cleanup there. Exactly what we expect to see from him. Very, very strong. And Hitzel getting a pick as well, which is good. Little Guns, unfortunately, does go down to Bohemian, and I think they're not going to quite be able to get that power clam. So they really don't need it right now. 45, feeling really good. 14-point penalty. This is where you run it.
And to have done all of that within 2 minutes of the game, that shows that they are going to be difficult to stop. Probably doing it again.
Oh, Snugs all by himself. Not quite supported enough.
It was good to be able to get that kill, but it doesn't end up offering too much at the end of as a result.
Yeah, it looks like Gamer is kind of trying to get a couple of people, but this is the play I was hoping for. But Rotomoto is taking some time to move up. One of the forward players going down before them, so that's going to be the 2 power clams that they have, unfortunately falling off. And they did pick up one of their pity clams to try to move it up a little bit, but I think they're just facing off against too much pressure here.
Can I just say that Little Gons is absolutely fearless? I think you give him that a ton of swim speed and ninja swim, and he will push anyone at any time.
I think so. I think that makes, a really strong team for them. I also really like watching their synergy together, because obviously this is like a pickup for a LAN. All of these players are on teams as per usual. Look at these strats right here. This is clams. This is why I love this mode. Gamer doing exactly what you want to do, tossing these clams to make sure that they can keep both of them alive as the rest of the teammates kind of come in. Gets a beautiful pick on Bohemian. Oh no!
Pushes in a little bit too quickly. Luna coming back from spawn there, able to get the kill. That could have been a good bomb, but I don't think she needs to drop there. They just have too much control, and it's going to take quite a bit of work here in this last minute and a half for Voodoo to be able to get a push of their own.
Really
and
is.
Little Gons.
Oh man, coming right in, and look at all those clams that are right there for him to scoop up.
He knows he has enough.
Yeah, and there are even 2 under basket, so could have made another power clam, but decides to go with a little bit of a longer strat, but will give you more points.
And it ends up working out very well.
It certainly does. And, it's been great to be able to watch these 2 teams play against each other. And I am so excited to... I am just floored with... I think Little Gons has done a fantastic job in these games.
I think that's it, right?
I think that is it, as we heard on the...
I believe that was Hitzel asking.
I think so,
looking around for some confirmation.
It seems like it, but a lot of fun to be able to watch them, and I'm really excited to see what Voodoo is able to do within that losers bracket.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think they can go really far.
Absolutely. I think they could be right back into top 4.
Yeah. So we'll see what we are